General CD Collection Part 19. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to part 19 of a look at my general CD collection. So this is normal CDs, no compilations, no soundtracks, no signed CDs, no Prince related CDs, no box sets. Otherwise anything goes. We're on to those black CD racks behind me. We're on to the fifth one now, which is the first one that's hard to get at. Top half's easy, bottom half there's obstacles, but I managed to get them all out. Let's get through. So first up we have Beach Boys Greatest Hits, nice 29 track Beach Boys Greatest Hits compilation. Covers everything you would really want, unless you want to go further. I've got Pet Sounds as well. I don't at the moment intend digging any deeper into their back catalogue. Beastie Boys Licensed to Ill, always loved this album. Yeah, it's all really good. Obviously, Fight for Your Right to Party was the big hit from it. Girls was also a single. She's Crafty was a single. I think there's one more, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, really love that album. Okay, now we're moving on to Beatles. I'm just going to whiz through these. These are the original normal CD releases. So we've got Please Please Me with the Beatles, Hard Day's Night, Beatles for Sale, Help, Rubber Soul, A Magnificent Revolver, Sergeant Pepper. Now this did come in a O sleeve. I think it was an O sleeve. Might even have been a full cardboard slip, which had a booklet, and I've put that somewhere separate because it didn't fit in the racks without it. I think it's in a bag somewhere, but that's what version of that it was. Magical Mystery Tour, Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road. White Album is coming because it's a double CD on those racks. Double CD, double jewels rather, only fit in the top and bottom sections of each rack, so it's out of order. Let It Be. So I have all of these in the stereo box set, the mono box set, also got the US albums box set. Past Masters Volume 1 and 2. Okay, and then we have Let It Be Naked, which is the stripped back version of Let It Be. Phil Spector was drafted in to produce Let It Be. Paul McCartney was never happy with the production of it, so eventually this came out in, when was it, 2003. So it loses a lot of the overproduction. And this has also got a bonus disc with what they call Fly on the Wall. It's just them talking in the rehearsals, basically. But yeah, I probably prefer this to Let It Be. It does split fans, that. And then we have Love. So this was for the Cirque du Soleil Love show. Giles Martin and George Martin. Yeah, I think this is the last thing they sort of worked on. Yes. Before George retired. They sort of created a new soundtrack by mixing songs and all sorts. Very interesting. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, then we have Belinda Carlisle, A Place on Earth for Greatest Hits, and this is a version with a limited edition bonus CD. So all the tracks on the Greatest Hits I already had, but the bonus CD's got lots of mixes and various other bits on there as well. One of my favourite albums, Black Grapes, It's Great When You're Straight, yeah. They brought out a box set for the 20th anniversary. I think it was 20th anniversary. Yeah, it must have been. They brought out a box set of that, so that sort of superseded this. The follow-up album, Stupid, Stupid, Stupid. This is the version with the googly eyes on it, which keep falling off, but seem to be fairly well stuck now over the years. Still a good album, but doesn't compare to the debut. Big fan of Blind Melon. Saw them supporting Guns N' Roses at Milton Keynes Bowl in '93. Came straight back, bought their debut album, and their subsequent releases since Shannon Hoon's died, they've released at least one album, possibly more. They don't interest me. This was Soup, their second album. Very different from the first, but very good. Galaxy was a single. Don't think it did anything over here. Toes Across the Floor. I know there's an excellent video for, and it's a great song, but not sure if it was actually a single. But yeah, strong album. And then this is for posthumous, because it was released after Shannon died. Nico, and this is sort of demos and unreleased stuff, and again is very good. And then here's the White Album. So both, or all three, Sgt. Pepper, White Album and Abbey Road. I've got the 50th anniversary box sets. I've unboxed them on this channel. No, I haven't. I didn't unbox Sgt. Pepper because that was before I started properly on the channel, I think. Or did I? I can't remember now if I did or not. Didn't. Don't think I did though. But yeah, so that's that stack. That's whizzed through, so I will move on to the second set. So I've spoken before about my love for Duke Special. This is his debut album, in a case it's falling apart a bit. Songs from a Deep Forest. Just a magnificent album. It was re-released with a second disc, Orchestral Manoeuvres in Belfast, which is basically BBC Radio Ulster recording of Duke performing the songs with an orchestra, and it is even better. It's just an amazing combination. His second album, I Never Thought This Day Would Come, was released as part of in a special box set, and I've got the special box set, but they also made a little, this is actually a DVD with a making of documentary and all sorts of extras. I'm not sure if this is the version from the box set. I think this is the version. I ordered something from his web store recently, and this was just sort of chucked in with it. And I think I have watched it recently, but I think this is that version. I think I must have slipped it in there. I've mentioned before Duke likes sort of projects based on other people's work, be it writing songs based on poems by a particular person, or based around a novel, or all sorts of stuff like that. He did a documentary about Ruby Murray, the Irish singer. She's one of the songwriters, I don't think. The Irish singer who was huge for a short period of time and then faded to obscurity and died at quite young, I believe. Might be wrong about that last bit. And he did a documentary on her, which is you can find on YouTube. It's very interesting. And Duke did a little EP of some of her songs. I'll Come When You Call, Happy Days and Lonely Nights, and Smile. That's the Charlie Chaplin song. Yeah, that's very good. This is Under the Dark Cloth. So this was his fifth. It's difficult because he's done so many EPs, and he did a box set of 3 albums and all sorts. But this is an album he did called Under the Dark Cloth. This is about photography, basically. Yeah, it was a collaboration with the Department of Photographs in New York. So it's just about the actual photos he's seen, about the photographers and all sorts. It's really good. Georgia O'Keeffe is probably the highlight on this one. Then this was his sort of third non-project album. This is Oh Pioneer. So this is just, you know, a compilation of songs without a particular theme. Nice fold out lyric sheet. I say they're all excellent. I can't, you know, I can keep saying it, but it's all truth. This is Little Revolutions 2. This is sort of a compilation of B-sides, non-album tracks, covers, live stuff. I've got a couple of copies of this. Okay, Away from Duke Special. This is It Goes Without Saying, the, I think, only album by the Dum Dums. I saw the Dum Dums supporting Robbie Williams at the London Docklands Arena in 98, 99, around then. 2000 this came out, so it must have been 2000. They were excellent, really enjoyed them, so I went out and bought their album. They're sort of Busted McFly is, you know, three young male punk pop sort of music. Duran Duran's Greatest Hits. I have a couple of other Duran Duran bits. I picked up Rio in a charity shop on vinyl, and their last album, Paper Dolls, whatever it was called anyway. I managed to get a signed copy of that from Amazon USA, and I've got Future Kill on vinyl because of Bond. But otherwise, this is pretty much all I need from Duran Duran. I might pick up, if I find stuff cheap enough, I might pick it up. But that's got all their greatest hits on it. It's Elastica's debut album. This is amazing. One of the best Britpop era albums. Can't fault it, apart from maybe it's too short. So that's the joy of them. This was their much later follow-up. 2000 this came out. The Menace. It's got some good bits on it, but doesn't compare to the debut. This is Eliza Doolittle's debut album, self-titled, I believe. Yes. Big fan of Eliza. This was she sort of rebelled against her poppy stage a bit later. Still releasing great stuff. But this has got Skinny Jeans on it. Pack Up was the big hit. And I think Rollerblades was a single as well. Did see her at Hop Farm. She was earlier in the bill on the day Prince played. Very good live performer. Elton John's Greatest Hits, 1970 to 2002. This is the 3 CD version. It's got a bonus disc of more obscure bits, a lot of duets, and a couple of other bits. Again, it's sort of pretty much all I need from Elton, but I have picked up a couple of others for various reasons. A couple more. This is Very Best of Elvis Costello. Very good 2 CD best of. I have, as you're probably aware if you're a regular viewer, started buying all his albums on vinyl because I've enjoyed this so much, and I'm enjoying all the albums. Okay, and we'll end with Elvis Presley, the 50 Greatest Hits. I like Elvis. He doesn't wow me. I've long had on my wish list a RCA box set of all his albums, and I'm just waiting for it to be the right price at the right time, and I will nab that because I'm intrigued. But that, you know, sort of covers everything you would really want. Okay, so that's it for parts 19. Be a few more parts still to come that I'll be recording today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.